Hello everyone, Metal Man here for news and weather, October 4th, 2015. We can take a look at Hurricane Jacqueline here, still making its way toward the mid-Atlantic, moving a little slower, but still nonetheless away from the East Coast. South Carolina still receiving some very heavy rainfall, historic record rainfall. In fact, not looking good for those folks. We'll keep them in prayers. Let's take a closer look. We see we got a mixed pressure system here off of the East Coast. This cold front will dissipate this system some. Still might not be enough to diminish it all the way, but we'll still keep an eye on it. We got a little bit of warm here. Keep them rains in for the next day or so. Also a mixed pressure system here. We got some heavy rain. Mexico making its way up toward Texas. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. We'll look at another map. We see the precipitation rainfall and the wind, surface wind here. It's going to keep bringing that rain into the coast. A little bit here in California. These people need that though. We'll get a forecast for the next couple days. Tomorrow in the morning, we'll still have a little bit of rainfall on the East Coast. Not too much. It should be not as heavy as it's been. We'll still have the Jacqueline out here churning, but it's still making its way out to sea. By tomorrow, this severe storm that was here in Mexico may be dissipated. We'll still keep an eye on it. Now it's activity. We'll on the 4th, which is today, there was a small plasma burst coming from the east side of the sun. You'll notice the time. See that guy there? That was from the 30th, that big one. Now we'll look at a solar winds chart. Right here is Earth. Got a band of solar wind that hits us today. Not too bad, but nevertheless, it still got us a little bit. Which brings us to our next chart. This is electrons in the ionosphere, which is from that solar wind, and this is what disrupts our radio frequencies and satellite communications, things like that. Notice a nice little spot here in South America and Brazil, and right here off the coast of Mexico. There probably is some disturbances here in this region, but thankfully it didn't get up into the red. So we'll keep an eye on those things too. And now we'll look at some more charts. Our solar X-ray flux is down, which is good. Proton flux down. Now our geomagnetic activity. That's that band that hit us on the last chart. The solar wind. That's what causes the disturbances. Thankfully, it wasn't higher than it was, and sorry for those people down there. Now into the news. Russian general orders U.S. out of Syrian airspace. It's a warning. We are on the brink of World War III. Russian general, after dropping bombs, tells U.S. to stay out of airspace. U.S. responds with no. British Prime Minister David Cameron stated on Sunday, "What is happening is that they are backing the butcher Assad, which is a terrible mistake for them and for the world. It's going to make the region more unstable, and it will lead to further radicalization and increased terrorism," as he says. Now, we need to keep in mind that the British Prime Minister also is in the pocket of the United States government. Russia will keep deploying airstrikes on the Islamic State positions, and we'll see where that goes from there. What is not looking good. We are probably going to have a conflict with Russia. Let's hope it doesn't get nuclear and escalate to heavy warfare. Let's move on. Doctors Without Borders gets bombed by USA civilian hospital targeted to kill terrorists. 12 medics and 9 patients blown to bits while war racket wages on. They stated the Pentagon was trying to bomb 10 to 15 terrorists, but ended up also killing 12 medics and 9 patients, including several children who are now dead. Beyond the dead, 37 people were seriously wounded, according to press reports. Now, we all know that U.S. is backing the Islamic State. I mean, they've been over there for months and months, saying that they are, quote, hunting them down and taking them out, end quote. But we also have seen that no progress has been made, and their rebel factions, CIA rebel factions that they have created, is the Islamic State. We've got evidence of John McCain over there meeting with the heads of them. So this is probably intentional. We'll also keep an eye on that as well. And that's all the news I've got for now. I'll keep you updated, and more news later. Metal Man out.